Hello folks, Tiso here. Today I'll be talking about some notable changes in patch 1.3 and some earlier changes that might have gone under the radar. I'll start with new achievements. In 1.3 there are about 15 secret achievements that has been added. I'm doing one of them right now called Knockout. You'll need to break the Cryo-Regisfine's weak spot while it's doing the laser spin. An easy way is to have Bennett with his burst ready. After the flower gets up, keep walking in one direction until it stops tracking you, and then use your E. You'll get a notice the same time the weak spot is open for damage. Right before the flower completes its circle, use Bennett's ult to hit it a second time with a pyro attack. These two pyro attacks will be enough to break its weak spot and give you the knockout achievement. You can use the elemental skill and burst from other pyro units to break the weak spot. The more you use, the easier it will be to break it. Another good choice is Xiangling since she can do pyro damage without being on the field. Here is a list of the achievements in patch 1.3 and how to complete them. These are all pretty self-explanatory and easy to do. The hardest part is probably knowing about them in the first place. You can pause the video and take a screenshot to note these down. These 15 achievements will give you 75 Primo Gems. And if you have any questions about these, go ahead and ask in the comments below. The next two changes is about the Battle Pass. Remember that long cutscene every time a new Battle Pass starts? Well, if you look at the top right, you can now skip this cutscene and story. It's neat the first time around, but I don't really need to see this every 6 weeks. The other thing that's new about the Battle Pass is the reward. They finally added fragile resins. You can get 5 of these by reaching Battle Pass level 45, and another 5 if you buy the Gnosis Hymn for $10. We are not losing any of the old rewards either. The previous rewards is spread amongst the entire Battle Pass, so we are not losing anything for getting these 5 resins. A nice quality of life change is the way we can upgrade our weapons. Previously, when you want to use ores to upgrade a weapon, you have to click it non-stop until you hit the amount you want. Now you can just hold down the button instead of clicking it, similar to the EXP books on characters. This will make things go a little faster and save you a whole bunch of clicks. And don't worry about over-leveling a weapon. A little while ago, they added a refund on the extra EXP you spent. You can also use the auto-add function instead of manually selecting materials. Speaking of upgrade materials, we are now able to convert the gemstones from one element to another. Go to a crafting station and select the new tab on top. This will give you a menu of all the different gemstones for ascending characters. We will need a gemstone from another element as well as Dust of Azoth. You can choose what element you want to convert from by clicking on the paper. Right now, we can get 200 Dust of Azoth from the Stage 1 of the Xiao Market. Once this event is over, the normal way to get the dust is from the Stardust Exchange. You need to spend Stardust in order to get this, which might not be that great for free to play. I recommend saving your Stardust every month to get your 10 fates to get more wishes in. The Dust of Azoth is nice, but as a free to play, you might want to just only get them from events. One of the new items introduced to get more upgrade materials is the Parametric Transformer. To get this gadget, you need to complete the quest from Lan in Liyue. Once you have it, go ahead and use it and place it on the ground. Now we will need to feed it 150 points of materials. Gray items are worth 1 point, and the higher the rarity, the more points it's worth. Some of you might have heard that feeding the device different materials will give you different rewards, but I can assure you that it's random. I've been feeding it 150 mints, and I've been getting different rewards every time. Once you feed it 150 points, you need to hit it with elemental attacks until it reaches 100% charge. Once it's maxed, you get your rewards. This device also have a 7-day cooldown, but it's a good way to convert useless materials to stuff we want. Just make sure to do this every week once the cooldown has ended. Another nice change is they added controller support for iOS devices. Now you can use your Xbox or PlayStation controllers on your phones, which should make some of the combat a little easier. We have been getting a lot of mail recently, especially with the Wish Upon a Lantern event. But now we can delete all the mails we opened to reduce the clutter. As long as you don't reach the capacity of 1,000 letters, you can still keep them all and let them expire normally as well. When talking to NPCs, you might notice the autoplay function on the top left. This will let you automatically advance dialogue without clicking. If you go to settings then other, you can make the auto advance the default choice. Now you don't have to click on the top left to begin auto advancing the dialogues. One of the neatest things MiHoYo added in 1.3 is the Bestiary. Go to your menu, then Archives, and then Living Beings. This will show you all the enemies you have defeated in your game. It will also show a 3D model of the enemy or creature. If you click on the magnifying glass, you get a description of them as well as a rotating 3D model. We can also see how many times we defeated this enemy. If you go to the next tab over, we can see the wildlife as well. We can use the 3D models to get a closer look at Timmy's friends before we scare them away. Good thing it doesn't keep track of how much wildlife we killed. That will not be a good thing to see. But overall, this is a very nice addition that we did not expect. On the enemies that give you tips, you can click on the bottom right icon to see what the original description says. It's a good reminder on fighting enemies you are having trouble with. And the last two changes I'll talk about are changes to characters. We'll start with the CEO of GEO, Mr. Zhongli. They increased his damage by adding HP scaling to all his attacks. The cream on top is what they did to his elemental skill. Now by holding it, you automatically summon the max amount of pillars you can get. Additionally, the super strong shield you get will be reducing the resistance of enemies nearby. This is pretty much having the Geo elemental resonance without having two Geo characters on your team. Speaking of elemental resonance, this is a powerful change for Geo teams. There was no way to decrease Geo resistance before, but now we can. And the last change I'll talk about is the update to Barbara's voice. The voice lines when she sprints and uses her abilities have been changed. To me, that new voice does not reflect the energetic energy of an idol. Let's listen to some of the changes.
Go, Barbara, go! Go, Barbara, go! I'll protect us! I'll protect us. Let's dance! Let's dance! Let the show begin! Let the show begin. La la la, ha ha ha! La 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 la. Ready, steady, go! Ready, steady, go! Come on, we can do it! Come on, we can do it!
And that's it for this update video. Let me know how you feel about the changes to Barbara's voice line, as well as the other quality of life updates we got. As always, thanks for watching and have fun out there, traveler.
Ta-da! Barbara is here. Leave the healing to me. I will not disappoint you.